Fantastic.
It's been so much fun though, like listening to you and learning from you, and also like watching you channel me. It's kind of fascinating. Because
You know what? I'm going to circle back around because I don't think that a lot of the artists fully get what that I asked to do. You know, if we can work under the influence of them, I don't think they fully get what it is. So I would love to circle back around with you and get a statement as an artist that we worked under the influence of, because every artist that's shown up has been like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I'm like, I need everybody to understand like how I think it's fun. Do you guys think it's fun to like look at an artist and try? Yeah. And then have me break down kind of like, well, this is what I would do. I don't know if this is what he did or not. I didn't, you know, I don't know, but I'm guessing this is what he did and this is how I would approach it. What I'm trying to get you to do, you guys, is to look at the ingredients in the pantry and make your own meal with them. We're taking the ingredients that Seth is giving us, these linear lines with the paper, and you're making your own meal with them. But the ingredients are inspired from Seth's pantry, and you're going to make your own meal with them. And pretty soon you're going to decide, do I want to keep these ingredients in my pantry, or am I not going to do something else with these? And you can toss them out or keep what you like. And pretty soon you start to develop your own voice in, well, you all have your own voice in your work anyway, let me just say, but you develop a stronger sense of what you really love and what works for you. I love the stripes of this background, and maybe I'm not going to do neutral colors next time. Maybe I'm going to do my blues and greens and a pop of orange here and there, because I love that color combo, right? And so that's the whole idea with these under the influence, is that each week it's a different, which is what I started at the beginning saying. We used to cover one teacher for 8 weeks, and there's definitely a value to that. Like when I do drawing on the right side of the brain, you need 8 weeks to cover that. It is a chapter that builds upon and builds upon and builds upon. So there's definitely a time and a place for that. But when we're just trying to stock our pantry with fresh ideas, this under the influence concept is, I think, a lot of fun. So hopefully
I personally think it's a great concept, and I think you're right on the money with the analogy, and also about how people further develop their artistic voice, because so many people struggle with that. And I think a lot of people who, as a viewer, I think have a voice, often themselves either don't know it, can't recognize it, or can't own it. And I think that for me, when I teach, the biggest compliment I can get is not that somebody comes back to me necessarily, not that I'm upset if they say this, like, oh, I took that book class, so I made 15 of those books. I mean, I'm happy about that. But the bigger compliment is that I was working, your style, I was kind of funneling it through what I do. And I realized that technique that you showed me, when you did it that way, when I do it this way with the kind of work that I do, that's what just like took over for me. And to me, that's the best thing, that they get the essence of who they're inspired by, but they apply it in their own voice, in their own way, in their own style. And clearly that's what you're doing here.
Right.
You're not copying
exactly.
at all. Yeah.
We're letting artists be the catalyst that help us take, again, the bottom line is that I want you guys to be creating. And sometimes we get stale and stuck in making the same thing and going through the same process. And it's wonderful. Like, I love the art that I make, but boy, do I love mixing it up a little bit. And then it makes what I make feel new again, because I have a new ingredient to play with.
Exactly.